sound of the city.
98FM's Dublin Talks. Weekdays from 10 a.m.
With Adrian Kennedy.
I'm Adrian Kennedy, and I want to just mention something that happened yesterday. I don't know if you were in Temple Bar yesterday. And in Temple Bar, there was a massive Garda presence. And when I say a massive Garda presence, that's not an understatement. There were a lot of Gardaí in Temple Bar. Now, as you know, yesterday evening, Chelsea were playing Arsenal, and I had to take to Twitter when I saw the amount of heavy-duty Gardaí that were in Temple Bar yesterday evening. I don't know if anyone else witnessed this. Did you see the photograph I took yesterday, Jeremy? The photograph of the Gardaí in Temple Bar?
No, I didn't, because I blocked you off Twitter, Adrian. But now that
it was an unbelievable Garda presence, right? And when I asked one of the guards, "What are you here for, lads?" Well, it's the Chelsea-Arsenal football match. Now, I don't know about you, but I wouldn't have thought a friendly match in Ireland
could prompt a bit of hooliganism.
Yeah.
No, I think from what I know people who were at it, was a family event. It was a friend. No, but for any...
But when I say the Garda presence was heavy, it was unbelievable. But anyway, the Gardaí replied to my tweet, and here's what they said. Many supporters gather in Temple Bar areas in advance of a big match. We patrol such large crowds to keep the peace and encourage all to have a good but safe time. Typically, they walk in large numbers to the Aviva. As always, we look for people to support the boys in blue. Now, that's all well and good, but...
So, sir, are you complaining about a Garda presence?
Oh, it was...
No, but
in all my...
Jeez, if there wasn't any police on the streets...
Here's the point I was making. In all my years in Temple Bar, I've never seen such a heavy Garda presence. Not on St. Patrick's Day, not if there was a bloody riot in Temple Bar. It was unbelievable. Not New Year's Eve. I've never seen anything like it. And I was actually with Australian visitors who were shocked by the intensity of the Garda presence on a Wednesday afternoon. Really, it was unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it.
As I said, if something did happen and there was no guards on the street, you'd be the first person on here moaning, saying there was no Garda presence.
But this was the opposite extreme. It really was. It was unbelievable. Anyway, lots to get through.
Yes.
Lots to get through.
Did you watch the match, or did you go to the match?
No, I didn't go to the match, no.
Who knew there was so many Arsenal supporters in Dublin?
Who knew?
Everybody was an Arsenal supporter.
There was a fair few Chelsea supporters as well, I have to say. There was a lot of blue shirts knocking around. Anyway,
yeah, my son my son doesn't support any football team at the moment, and I'm not one of these parents. You know, a lot of parents of young kids, they make their children support the team that they support.
Yes.
Like my mate is an ardent Liverpool supporter, and 3 of his kids all support Liverpool because he's shoved it down their throats.
So he had them like in Liverpool strips from the age of like 1.
Yeah, I find that abhorrent. I really do. I find you don't. If you're a parent of a young child, yeah, don't force your child to support the football team that you support. Don't. Let them make up their own mind. Let them choose for themselves.
Yeah.
Now, I remember the last time I was in Liverpool, they had this lovely little Everton kit that would have fit my young fella lovely.
Yeah.
And I went to take it off the shelf, and the missus said, she slapped me on the back of the hand, and she says, "You're not buying that for him. He will make up his own mind what team he supports."
But don't we all influence our children in different ways? For example, you love trains, and little Dixon loves trains.
Do you really have to say that out loud on the radio?
Yeah, I did. You love trains, and now you have little Dixon mad into trains.
Ah, that's different.
It's the same thing.
It's not.
It's the exact same thing.
No, it's not.
It is, though. My young fella wasn't into trains because I wasn't into trains. Are you with me?
Well, what football team do you support?
As a young fella, I supported Liverpool, but I don't particularly support a team now.
Who does your young fella support? Jesus, you don't even know.
Manchester United.
You really need to spend a bit more time with him.
He's not a kid anymore. United was who he used to support anyway.
Yeah, I just find it abhorrent when parents buy when they force their kids to wear these football jerseys just because you support the team. It's wrong. Absolutely wrong, isn't it?
You think so? I don't see a problem with it at all.
I said to my son, I don't care what
Which is worse, having your son supporting Everton or being into trains?
Oh no, I hope he doesn't support Everton because he'll have a life of misery. I hope he doesn't support Chelsea because they're scum. I hope he doesn't support Man United because I can't stand them. So I just hope my son, when he grows up, he ends up supporting a team like Watford or something like that. An inoffensive.
That's a life of misery as well.
That's an inoffensive team. What have Watford ever done?
Anyway, are you somebody who bought your children a football strip of the team you support at a young age? I'd love to hear from you. You can text or WhatsApp us on 0877 98 98
Sorry,
98.
that's every parent, by the way. They all do it. Facebook is full of it. Look at little Jaden in his little liver. Doesn't Jaden look lovely in his little Liverpool kit? No, Jaden didn't want to wear the Liverpool kit. You forced him to wear it.
You forced your child to be into trains.
Didn't force him to be into trains.
You did. Same thing. Anyway, if you're somebody who bought your kids at a young age a football strip, we'd love to hear from you on 6797 981. Now, what else have you got for me? You have a story there about a dilemma that you're facing.
This is awkward, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very awkward dilemma, and I want your advice on it. This is where you are, but you're always important to us, but this is where your opinion is of greater importance. So on the way into work this morning on the M50, I was driving along the M50 and there was a Vanette. Is that what they're called? Vanettes?
Yes, a minivan.
Minivan.
Yeah.
There was a minivan driving behind us very erratically. This minivan was swerving in and out of traffic. It was driving right up behind me, tailgating me, which I hate, by the way. I hate when a car tailgates you on the M50. It's so bloody dangerous.
Yeah, I often feel tempted to slam on my brakes and let him rear end you.
Well, you'll die.
No, if it's control, I don't do it. But
anyway, this minivan on the M50 this morning at about 7:20 this morning was ripping in and out of traffic. The person was obviously late for work. As I said, tailgating me. I couldn't get out of the way. The car was driving right behind me at a very, very dangerous speed, and finally got to overtake me. But he was driving like a lunatic. Anyway, here is the dilemma. As the minivan was overtaking me, so I want you all to picture this. So you're on the M50 this morning, this lunatic in his minivan, breaking every rule of the road, driving so dangerous. Then he finally overtakes me, and I see that the minivan that he's driving is actually a company minivan, and that this particular person, it was a bloke by the way, works for a certain company. It's a management company, a property management company that he works for.
Okay.
So if you were driving that minivan on the M50 this morning and you work for a management company, you know who you are. You're a lunatic. You shouldn't have a licence. My wife was sitting in the passenger seat of the car because I was driving her to work. And we ended up having a debate whether or not we should ring the company that this minivan driver works for and report him for dangerous and erratic driving. Now, initially, I couldn't ring the company there and then because it was 7:20 in the morning.
Right.
And the company wasn't going to be open. But what was the first thing I did when I arrived into work this morning, Adrian? What did I Google?
The company. So you have the name of the company, you have their phone number, and now you're wondering whether or not you should ring and report this guy for his erratic driving.
Yes.
Now, personally, I don't think you should.
Here's my moral dilemma, ladies and gentlemen, and I really want your advice on this matter. My moral dilemma is, okay, this person was driving like a lunatic this morning and putting lives at danger on the M50 by tailgating cars, okay? So part of me is saying, yes, he should be reported to his boss. He's driving a company car. He's representing that management company while driving that van, and he's driving erratically and dangerously. And he should be pulled up over by his boss. He should be hauled in. Then the second part of me is thinking, if I do ring the company today and I report this fella, he could lose his job. And I don't want anybody to lose their job. Although people are always trying to get me sacked here on this show.
You deserve it, though.
Oh, I deserve to be sacked, do I?
Okay, so a guy's driving like a lunatic on the M50 this morning, and you basically want to know, should you squeal on him?
Yeah.
Should you rat him out?
Well, it's not ratting. No, it's not ratting. It's reporting someone who was driving dangerously. And I want to hear your advice. I want to hear what you think.
Have you any proof?
What do you mean, have I any proof?
Have you any proof? Have you a dash cam or something?
No.
So you've no proof?
No, he has my word and my wife's. We both witnessed it.
But you've no proof?
I don't need proof. I'll ring the company. I'd like to hear from you. Text or WhatsApp us 0877 98 98 98. 0877 98 98 98. It's a simple question. Should I ring the company that this man works for and report him? By the way, if you were driving a 98FM car, Adrian, down the road later on, and you were picking your nose while driving.
Yeah. I'd be reported for that, would I?
Don't think that there's a lot of do-gooders out there that are always waiting.
But is that what you are, a do-gooder?
What?
Is that you've just used the exact expression I was going to use myself?
Maybe I am.
Okay, should he report this guy for erratic driving on the M50 this morning? Text or WhatsApp 0877 98 98 98. Jay, I'll be with you in just a second, but before I do, Killian.
All right, lads.
How are you, Killian?
Hey,
Welcome
Killian.
to 98 FM. Now, Killian, Jeremy's precise words were, people like you are abhorrent. This is what he said.
Precise words, yeah.
Yeah, and the reason you're abhorrent is that you buy all 3 of your children Everton football kits every year.
Every Christmas, we all get the home jersey, me and the 3 lads.
Now, they're very expensive, by the way, Killian, aren't they?
You have to buy them directly from Everton, so you have to pay full dollar.
Now, first of all, a couple of questions for you here, Killian. I'm not one to judge. If you're looking to be judged, you're on the wrong show. We don't judge here. But why do all 3 of your kids support Everton?
Because I support Everton.
But would you not let them make up their own mind?
Well, the 4-year-old and the 2-year-old haven't got a choice. They had to get it on. The 9-year-old actually went out of his way to support Everton as well. He wanted to, so I left him to it. And he liked United for a little bit, and then he just said no, he wants to go with Everton.
Okay, so you're a huge Everton fan, like our Jeremy. Since ever I knew you, you've been an Everton fan, but you haven't passed it on to little Dixon. He'd look lovely.
Here, Jeremy, how did you end up supporting Everton?
Jesus, I don't know, Killian. It was a long time ago.
I'll tell you how I did. It's a mad one, right? You know when the Premier League stickers came out like years ago?
Yes.
So it was the 95 season when we won the FA Cup, and myself and my brother got the books and the stickers out of my man there. And the first time we filled up the book, I had the most Everton stickers. He had the most Blackburn stickers. Blackburn won the league that year. We won the FA Cup, and then neither of us have done anything since.
Okay, now that's fair enough. Do you support Everton? That's your right. But my point is, don't push your beliefs onto your children. Then.
Sure, like if you take it, of course, but you push your beliefs on other things to your children about like.
That's exactly.
No, it's like these, you know these parents, and I hate them. You know these parents who, I'm a vegan, so little Matthew has to be a vegan as well.
That's slightly different. That's slightly different.
Yeah.
But like I said a minute ago, Killian, Jeremy's into trains and his young fella's into trains.
Can you stop saying that on the radio?
I think it's important to let people know. He's into trains.
I spend a lot of time up in Connolly Station.
He's a train.
Toy trains or you want real trains?
He's a train spotter.
I'm a train spotter.
And now little Dixon is a train spotter as well. You pass that on to him.
You couldn't do that to him. He'll get ridiculed in school.
Exactly.
I think he'd be more ridiculed for supporting Everton, to be honest with you, than being a train spotter.
I won't argue with you there, yeah.
And does your wife support a football team?
Oh, she hates it.
Oh, she hates football.
She doesn't like it. No.
See, my wife is Man United, and she said, okay, if we buy a kit for him, she wanted to buy the kit. You know, that's half United, half Everton. You can buy these kits that are half and half. And I said,
don't do that to your kid either.
No, that's ridiculous.
But okay, where do you draw the line? You're saying don't get them kits and everything else, yeah?
Yeah.
Where do you draw the line? You live in Dublin. You support Dublin. What, do you buy them a Meath kit just to be different?
That's a fair point, Adrian, and I have no argument.
No, there you go.
Anyway,
and by the way, the Dublin kits for little kids are gorgeous.
Oh, they are. They're
lovely,
absolutely beautiful. Anyway, good luck with that, Killian. And let me ask you a question, Killian. When your children grow up and get a bit of sense, will you still say to them you have to support Everton, or will you let them support whoever they want?
No, you see, once they get a grasp on, like, they start really watching football, and then they'll be able to make their own minds up, you see. But my eldest fella, he wants to support Everton now, and that's it.
So but he obviously doesn't understand football yet. Then.
Thanks, Killian. Now,
did you know, Adrian, by the way? Do you know who supported Everton as a child?
Sorry?
Do you know who supported Everton as a child? Well, obviously. Who's that impression of?
I don't know. Some random Liverpool.
All right, obviously I played a good game for England. Who was it? Steven Gerrard. Yes.
That was Steven Gerrard.
Yes, it was. Yeah, obviously. Sorry, it was Steven Gerrard, one of Liverpool's finest footballers, and Liverpool supporters hate hearing this, but Stevie G, the biggest Liverpool legend of all time, supported Everton as a kid.
Who knew?
I did.
Jay.
Yes, lads.
Jay, you've contacted us for something peculiar, which is?
Somebody's either going to be very, very happy today or seriously let down, one or the other.
Okay.
There's a plane currently flying over Dublin City. I don't know if you can look out your window, but it has a sign on it. I can't read the name when it flew by, but it said, "Will you marry me?" I don't know whether it said Bridget or something like that.
So hang on for 1 second.
Open the window there, Adrian.
Hang on. Let me see. No, I can't see a plane at this moment. Where did you spot it?
Sorry, open the window, Adrian.
Yeah, okay, the window's open, yeah.
I'm over near the Aviva here, and it flew, say, heading towards your direction. That kind of city centre direction.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, there he is!
Yeah, I see it.
Look at that.
Will you marry me?
Blank.
Yeah, blank. Can't read the name either.
Yeah.
So somebody is flying.
A big love heart on it.
Somebody is flying a plane around the city right now, with a banner at the back of it saying, "Will you marry me?" Somebody.
Yeah.
Where has he gone? Is he there?
If anybody
there he is,
else,
Adrian. There he is. Look up.
Okay,
Look.
Oh, that's a fighter jet.
He's flying a Spitfire. Tally-ho.
Anyway, if anybody else can see that right now, will you call us on 6797 981? I'd love to know if anybody else can see this plane.
And what name are you saying is on it?
I don't know. I think it looks like Bridges or Brendan. I don't know. It's with a B, I think, anyway.
Something with a B. So there's 50,000 people now whose names begin with the letter B looking up going, I wonder is that me? Is that me?
Okay, if anybody else can see this plane now, so you're out, where did you say you are?
Just over near the Aviva, over this direction, over near the Aviva Stadium.
Okay, you're out Ballsbridge direction.
Yeah, and it's past me already.
It's past you already, and was it heading north side?
Yeah, roughly, say, give and take, over that way, across the city, kind of.
Okay, hang on. Let's go to Lucan. Michelle is on the line from Lucan. Michelle, the plane flew over Lucan.
Yeah, it's flying over Lucan now at the minute. I'm on the N4 and it's flying over Lucan. Still cannot see the name on it.
Oh, right. So the
waste of money.
The plot thickens. Yeah, that's a waste of money. Will you marry me? Okay, you'd no idea what the name was.
No idea at all. It says marry me, love heart, and then about 4 other words, and can't see the last 4 words at all.
Okay, Jen, I think I have a better sound here.
Open the window. Okay, hang on. Open the window.
There we go. Is that okay?
That's one of those propeller planes that flies to Glasgow.
That is a propeller plane that's up in the sky. It's hardly a 747 holding it.
If anybody else has seen this plane and can make out what it actually says.
So it definitely says... there you go.
Oh, he's crashing.
Jesus, don't say that. Michelle, so to the best of your knowledge, it definitely says marry me, does it?
It says marry me and a love heart, and then about 4 other words, can't see. It looks like it's heading back out towards Western Airport.
Oh, there it is, yeah, it's flying by. Look, it's doing a flyby Western Airport.
Right, if we find out any more information, we'll let you know, Jay. But it's obviously not you because your name begins with the letter J.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
And you're probably married already.
I have been.
You have been, right. And Michelle, are you married?
I am indeed.
Okay, so it's not for you either. That's fair enough.
Either, no.
All right, thanks very much, both of you. There it is.
That's actually a World War II bomber plane. How difficult is it to get a sound effect of a bloody propeller plane?
Now, let's go back to your dilemma.
Yes, I was mentioning there at the start of the show that at 7:20 this morning on the M50, there was a car, a vanette, a small little van driving erratically on the M50, driving right up my arse, tailgating me, swerving in and out of traffic, and causing general confusion and danger. And when the car finally passed me, I realised that this van actually is a company van, and it's a property management company. And myself and my wife debated for the following 5 minutes whether or not I should report this driver for erratic driving. Report the driver to his superiors, to his boss. Pick up the phone and say, how are you? One of your employees was on the M50 at 7:20 this morning, tailgating me for 2 minutes, swerving in and out of traffic, not using indicators. Have a word with him. Thanks very much.
Okay, do you think he should squeal or not? Dave, you're on 98 FM. How are you, Dave?
Not bad. I agree with Jeremy there. He should, if it's lunatic driving like that, I would agree with it. But I was driving home the other night. I was driving through Crumlin, and I was going 50 kilometres per hour. And some jackass do got to report me to my job for driving too slow.
For driving too slow?
Driving too slow, he said. Flashing me all down the road. He actually followed me nearly home. Like I got the pastry, and that's when he drove off, beeping me and flashing me. And then when I kind of pulled over, I said, what's your problem? You're driving too slow. Move. I said, I'm going 50 kilometres per hour. Go faster. Something wrong with him, I reckon, but yeah, that's a few times how I've been reported for.
Now, without mentioning your company, what type of company do you work for, if you don't mind me asking, Dave? Oh, you do mind me asking?
Yeah, I do, yeah. You know what company I work for? You're trying to get it down there.
I don't know what company you work for. How could I possibly know what company you work for?
Well, we're not very liked, put it that way.
Not very liked.
Yeah, we know. We know, Jeremy.
Jeremy knows.
Just roll with it here.
We're not very
Don't ask any more questions. That's what you've been told.
I've no idea.
Anyway, so you have been reported for driving too slow. That's very bizarre.
Yeah, there's a few like.
And as a matter of interest, what did your employer say?
Well, I just seen that the email went in, so I'm just waiting on them to say something now. You know what I mean? So.
Oh right, they haven't said anything yet.
They haven't said that yet, but I know they will. But all of our vans are tracked, like, so I'm sure they could go back and see that I wasn't driving too slow. Most vans nowadays are tracked. So that's what I do, Jeremy. I'd get onto the company and get them to check the tracker on that van and see how fast he was driving, you know.
So what you're saying is that van or the minivan will definitely have a tracker on it, will it?
Most company vans nowadays have GPS systems in it, yeah.
You see, here's my dilemma, Dave, and this is what I'm the conscience that I have going on at the moment is that if I do report this person and they get sacked, I don't want to be responsible for anybody losing their job. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like, what if they kill somebody driving like that? That's worse than being sacked. You know?
I mean, yeah, okay, I get that, but from what you know, I didn't hear of any pile-ups on the M50 this morning.
No, there wasn't. Just as well I got out of the way. Adrian, honestly, he was tailgating me for about 2 minutes on the M50, doing 100k an hour.
Very lucky there was no pile-ups on the M50 driving that speed. Very lucky.
Okay, but here's a message that's just come in to me, and it says, hi, why would you report someone who was, when there was no accident or anything, leave the poor man alone, trying to get him into trouble in his job? Jobs are hard enough to get for some people. Yeah,
that's fair enough, but when you're driving a company van, you were representing that company, correct?
Yes.
In other words, if I went out wearing a 98FM jacket today, and punched the head off a fella on O'Connell Street, wearing 98FM branding all over me, I'm Mr. 98FM. Bang, bang, bang. Start punching a fella. That's bringing the company into disrepute, is it not?
Yeah, probably.
What do you mean, probably? It is. What, do you think our boss Michael would say, well done, Jeremy, for punching him with a 98FM jacket on?
No, probably not.
No, I'd be hauled over the hot coals, wouldn't I?
Okay, stay there. Peter, you're on 98FM. How are you, Peter?
How's it going?
Peter, you think he should report him?
Yeah, most definitely. Me and the mister are coming back from Funtasia and Bettystown a while ago, 2 kids in the car, and we had a coach basically comes from Belfast to Dublin airport every day, and he was doing 110. We were in the inside lane, so we were doing 100, and he kept pushing us up the road, and the bus was right at the back of the car. And the first thing we done was, while he was doing it, the missus picked up the phone and rang the company, gave him the reg, gave him everything. I know people are saying, oh, well, he didn't cause any accidents. This time, do you know what I mean? What happens if he starts driving erratically and cuts across somebody? He mightn't cause an accident, but the person he cuts across might jam on the brakes, and the person behind them smash into them while he sails on down the M50.
You're dead right, Peter, and the more I think about it, if this man was doing this morning at 7:20, the chances are that he's done it before.
They can't sack you instantly unless you are drunk behind the wheel and
or there's some video evidence or something like that to prove that he was driving erratically.
They still have to. Companies have they have to go through bleeding. Oh well, here's a written or here's a verbal. A lot of companies are like that, and that's not what our man is saying. 99% of all companies. I'm in a company vehicle now, and how hard we brake is tracked. If we indicate is all taken down. Everything by air tracker in this van. If we accelerate too hard or brake too hard, I'll get a phone call and ask.
Oh, really? It goes into that much detail?
Some trackers will just track your GPS where you are and what speed you're doing. We only got new trackers fitted less than 4 months ago. They track. If we flick on the hazards, if we haven't got my Bluetooth connected and I'm on the phone, they know my Bluetooth is connected.
Wow, I didn't realise they were that detailed.
Lads, we're living in 2018. We can.
And sorry, can you get away with eating a burger on your lap without it finding out?
Well, not really, because we have what's called an eagle eye inside the van, and there's a camera that looks. Literally, the camera will stare directly at me. I can't lean down and touch. Everything I do on my phone, I have to do through the steering wheel or the controls.
God, that's scary stuff, that is.
It's amazing. Yeah, you see, and I have a friend who works for a very well-known company, and she's a marketing girl for a company. She drives a car, Adrian, for this particular company. You see these cars all around town all the time. And she got done because someone reported her and rang the company she works for because she broke an orange light. She went through a light when it was orange, and she got reprimanded over that. over breaking an orange light.
They won't be sacked. As you said, you're representing your company. If you're in company time or in a company vehicle, according to your contract, you represent the company and must represent the company in the best behaviour and stuff like that. I'd report them. And the people are going to go and go, look at him, reporting him. Yeah, he didn't cause an accident now, but as I said, he might cut across Mary, who's 65 and she's nervous of driving on the M50 and she's
okay. Well, the bottom line from the reaction from people is yes, do report him. So
okay, but you said
do you want to ring now?
What?
Do you want to ring now?
Live on the radio? Will I? I'm going to ring my wife again later and find out what she thinks, because she has the last say in my household. That's the way things work in my house.
But it wasn't in the house, it was in the car.
No, I'm saying in my house, my wife has the final say. That's the way it is in our house.
Now, talking of wives, does your wife ever go to play bingo?
Does she? No, she hasn't, Adrian.
No, well, she should.
Really? Should she? Okay.
Because you have a story there about bingo.
Yes, for those of you who think that bingo is for the Blue Rinse Granny Brigade, well, you are very, very wrong. This is a story in the news today that really, really caught my attention, because I, like most of you listening today, always associated bingo with Elwyn's.
Yeah, my granny used to play it.
Two little ducks. Bingo, bingo. But according to this, that is not the case. In the UK alone, more young people, and by young people I mean under the age of 40, more young people now play bingo than tennis in England. It's the fastest growing sport. I wouldn't call bingo a sport, would you? It's probably a pastime, is it? Is it a pastime?
No, it's not a sport.
No, it's not a sport. Yes, more young people in the UK now play bingo than play tennis. The number of people who are playing bingo has leapfrogged over the last few years, with an average of 2 million people now regularly playing bingo in England. These are people under the age of 40. Now in Ireland, they do something as well. Have you seen this thing they do in Ireland? They're trying to make it popular in Ireland as well, because there is this association that bingo is Elwyn's. Well, there's a thing called Bingo Loco. Have you heard about it?
No.
It's basically party bingo.
Sounds deadly.
So you go to this place, you can have a few drinks. I think at your average bingo hall, they don't allow drink, do they?
Yeah, so some bingos happens in function rooms and bars and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Have you ever been to bingo yourself?
I have once, yeah.
And what was it like?
I've
never been.
Actually, good fun.
Oh, sorry, I did it on holidays before when I was drunk.
Right.
I was drunk on holidays, and they had it was drink bingo.
So you drank the bingo?
No, every time you get a full line, you have to drink very irresponsible,
very
irresponsible.
Indeed, yeah. I'd love to hear from anybody under the age of 40 who goes to bingo. Call us right now on 6797 981. You can text or WhatsApp us 0877 98 98 98. But what this report says is that bingo for the under 40s is now a huge craze.
It's a huge, huge thing. So here's what you do. Text us or WhatsApp 0877 98 98 98 if you've ever been to bingo, and let us know what age you are. I don't believe in Ireland people under the age of 40 are going to bingo. Do you?
I don't know of any.
And why? What's the thrill for older people going to it?
That's just something that grannies do. My granny did it when I was a kid.
But grandfathers don't do it.
No, only grannies.
Yeah. Why is that? Why aren't men into bingo?
I don't know is the honest answer to that. If you are somebody who is either a man who goes to bingo or somebody under the age of 40 who goes to bingo, we'd love to hear from you. Call us on 6797 981. You can text or WhatsApp us on 0877 98 98 98. 0877 98 98 98. Are you somebody under the age of 40 or a man who goes to bingo?
Now, the messages are flying in on Facebook straight away. Mary O'Connor, Adrian, says, I play music bingo What's music bingo?
Obviously the thing you were talking about, is it?
I don't know. Mary, if you can call us, 6797 981, so we can find out what music bingo is. I play music bingo every Tuesday in the Setanta Club on Ballymun Road. It's great crack, says Mary. Courtney Smith says, this has to be made up. I go to drive-in bingo.
Drive-in bingo?
It's good crack. What the hell is drive-in bingo?
No idea. Natasha!
Hello, hiya.
How are you, Natasha?
I'm well, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Now, you are 22.
Yeah.
And you go to bingo every week?
Every Wednesday, yeah. Me and my mum go.
And where do you go?
We go to Whitehall Bingo Club.
Oh, to Whitehall. Very good.
Yeah.
And you must be the youngest person there, are you?
No, there's just be a few. There's actually a lot of young workers who work there. It's quite popular. It'd just be busy now every night of the week. We've often went on a Thursday and it'd be packed.
And, okay, so it's on you go to it every Wednesday?
It's on every day, like the bingo is, but we go every Wednesday.
Such is the demand, Adrian.
Yeah.
Every day they have to put it on.
Yeah.
But on the night that you go, are there many people of your age?
Yeah, there's probably I'd say about 20 people of my age.
Really?
Yeah, there's an awful lot. Now, there would be like some of the older crowd, but like not much anymore. It's like all young people.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going live to is it Whitehall Bingo? We're going live to
Whitehall Bingo Club.
Okay,
yeah.
Let's go live. Hang.
Oh.
Okay. You just called 15 there, Adrian.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, 15, yeah.
25, mark it off there.
25, yeah.
Yep. 61,
oh,
Adrian.
Yeah. Check.
Bingo.
Oh, bingo. What do you shout, Natasha?
No, we just shout check.
Yeah, it's check. Yeah,
I thought it was bingo.
Yeah, check.
Yeah, check. There you go, check.
And obviously you're telling people on national radio that you go to bingo. So is this something that you keep to yourself, or do you tell all your friends about?
No, not at all. No, I wouldn't mind. No,
So
it goes on me Snapchat every week or whatever. Do you know?
No. You shouldn't be Snapchatting from a bingo hall. Jesus.
I don't mind.
And do you get it?
I'm a winner.
So you don't get any slagging for going to bingo?
No, not at all. No.
All right. Okay. Well, hang on there for 1 second.
Sorry, Adrian. According to this person on Facebook, when you win on the north side of Dublin at bingo, you shout "Winner, winner, chicken dinner." I don't know. Does that happen in your bingo hall, Natasha?
No.
So hang on, Adrian. Shout it out.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
That's what you say.
But she's in Whitehall.
No, we just shout check.
Check. Yeah, it's simple. It's plain and simple. Thanks, Natasha. Now, Ellen.
Yes.
How are you, Ellen?
I'm fine.
No disrespect intended, Ellen, but I don't think you fit the criteria of being under 40.
That's okay. I've been to bingo since well under 40.
Oh, right. So I was right.
I go to nightclubs. I went to bingo. I'm still going. And there's a bingo up in Donecarney on a Sunday night, and with that crackers 90.
Literally 90.
Sorry, run business.
Sorry, I couldn't resist that.
No.
Oh,
no.
Ellen, you've been going to bingo since you were a young one.
Well, yeah.
That was probably before bingo was invented, wasn't it?
When they were small enough and I couldn't leave them at home, I said, come on, we go to bingo. No, it wasn't the gambling, never. I knew where they were.
Now, Ellen, had the balls even been invented at that stage?
It's all digital now.
So, okay, Ellen, what is the attraction of bingo? If you've been going since you were a young one, you never went to nightclubs, you went to bingo instead.
No, hold on. It's who you play with.
Oh, right.
The people you play with and you meet.
So it's the social aspect. And at the bingo you go to in Donecarney, are there many younger people at it?
There is, mind you. Yeah. Yeah, and there's a family run, and it's the Lambert, and they're a brilliant family.
And whereabouts in Donecarney is that on?
In the Lecady.
Why, Adrian, are you thinking of going?
Beside the church.
Now, Ellen, would you bring Adrian as your plus one sometime?
I don't think you have a plus one in bingo.
Would you bring him along?
Yeah.
And come here, do you get the big marker to mark off the...
It's a dabber.
No, don't use dabbers. I dab through the back.
Yeah, Ellen doesn't dab, Adrian.
It's called a dabber.
It's really?
Yeah, it is.
How do you know that?
I just know.
You know far too much.
We all help.
No, here's the truth of it, yeah? My missus goes to bingo every Wednesday, yeah?
Why would you say that on the radio?
Because she does. There's no shame. You just
I
heard...
doubt she wants that said on the radio.
You just heard Natasha.
So hang on, you said I was a trained spotter.
Yeah.
Your missus is a bingo spotter.
Yes.
Is there any more shame you want to throw on the show today?
She plays bingo every Wednesday, yeah?
Yeah, but she's not in her 40s.
She's not under 40, no.
Yeah.
But I did go 1 week with her. Just for the hell of it.
Now, did you go or were you dragged?
No, I went. I voluntarily went.
Okay. Now,
just to see what it was all about.
Okay, be honest. Mark said a 10.
I was one of only maybe 3 men at it, so I didn't go again.
Jeez, that sounds like a great night. Going to a hall full of women and you're moaning about it.
I just didn't
do it for you.
It didn't do it for me, no.
There's a lot of people texting in. I don't know how true this is. I think people are pulling their leg that there is such a thing as drive-through bingo. How would that work?
You park your car
in a big hall.
Your man's up on the stage and he shouts the numbers. I don't know.
And you beep your horn if you get bingo.
Maybe that's
that sounds great.
If anybody's ever been to drive-in bingo, we'd love to hear from you. Now, Holly.
Hello.
You work in a pub.
I do.
What pub do you work in?
It's one in the countryside. It's in Kilmesson.
Oh, in Kilmesson, okay, down in Meath.
Yeah.
And in Kilmesson, you have bingo once a night in the pub?
No, once a week.
Oh, once a week, sorry, once a week.
Yeah.
In the pub.
Yeah, on a Thursday night.
Oh, yeah, once a week would be enough, wouldn't it? It really would.
It would be.
You're pushing it otherwise.
And are there many young people going to it?
There's actually a lot of young people. There's quite an even divide between the ages. Like, there's people from 20 upwards. And, like, a lot of my friends go.
And your friends are in their teenage or what age are they?
20s.
They're 20s.
So a lot of your friends in their 20s go to the bingo in the local pub in Kilmesson every week?
Yeah.
And are they Snapchatting from there, are they?
Yeah, they are.
Oh, yeah.
Snapchatting from bingo.
Adding filters and all in the bingo. Oh, my God.
Yeah, but it's grand. Like, it's a sociable thing, like, down here, because there's not much on during the week.
So it's
like,
no longer... It's no longer... Like, I can remember when I was a kid, my granny bringing me to bingo. And here's the thing, back then...
But it wasn't even numbers then, it was hieroglyphics, wasn't it?
But back then, you could smoke in the bingo hall, so you'd walk into this hall and it was like, oh my God. I can actually remember vividly.
Okay.
And again, everybody was 60 plus. But it's not like that anymore, Holly.
No, definitely not.
So what
You
this
can see
report...
anybody at it.
Okay, so what this report is saying is actually true, that bingo is now a young person's game.
Definitely.
Okay, we'll be down with
And men go too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, now...
Just can't get one to admit it on the radio.
Yeah, that's it. No, I admit, I went once, but that was it. I wouldn't go again. Laura!
Hi.
Laura, it says on my screen here that you're 36 and a regular bingo goer.
Yeah.
Look at that, Adrian. Bang on the money. 36 and a woman and a regular bingo goer. You couldn't get any more accurate than that. Look at that.
That's unbelievable. Now, how long have you been going to bingo?
Years.
Years?
Yeah, they do it in our local pub on a Thursday night.
And where's your local pub on a Thursday night?
It's Boomer's Pub in Clondalkin.
Oh, Boomers in Clondalkin, and they do bingo every single Thursday?
Every Thursday, yeah. So myself and the hubby and some friends to go up.
Oh, the hubby goes as well?
Oh yeah, he loves it.
Here, I'm going to have to get my missus to go. I'm going to have to get my missus to go to a different bingo because it was all women at it, bar maybe 3 men. I felt the odd one out. I didn't go again.
No, I've often been up there and there's groups of young lads at it.
Really?
Yeah.
So this is gambling for the new century. Bingo.
It is.
But in fact, Susie just texted in, bingo is the acceptable face of gambling.
And Laura, do any of them do play bingo in the car?
No, it's all in the pub.
Yeah, I can't imagine how that would happen.
Yeah, no, I don't know that.
So this whole drive-in bingo is a made-up thing then, is it?
I don't know.
I've never heard of it now.
I've never heard of it.
Well, okay, well, we're being told, and I want to find out for definite just before we finish this. There is a regular drive-in bingo in Bellewstown, says Ger.
That's in County Louth.
It is?
Yeah.
Or is it Meath? Louth or Meath? Bellewstown.
Who cares?
Anyway, there's drive-in bingo on this Sunday in Balbriggan, apparently. You know Balbriggan very well. You're there regularly.
Like the back of my hand, yeah.
Yeah, you're there regularly. Have you not heard of this drive-in bingo?
No, I haven't, Adrian. It must have just slipped by me for some reason.
Yeah. I might attend.
Bellewstown is near Duleek. What county is that?
Duleek is in Meath.
Okay, so that's where it's taking place. It takes place, I think, in the local football club or the local gag club or something.
Ger, tell me about this drive-in bingo.
Yeah, it's in Bellewstown, the race course.
Yeah.
And it's on regular,
And have you ever been to it?
I haven't been to it, my wife has.
And how does it work? Do you drive your car in?
I think it's like one of those drive-in movies, You go in and you get a little recorder thing and pay your money and they'll start calling out the numbers,
And you listen to your man on the radio or something like that, do you?
Yeah.
And then do you beep your horn when you check?
Yeah, they'll have people going around.
Oh, you actually do?
So you beat the horn and someone comes
I have to go to that.
Calls out the numbers, yeah.
I have to go to that because...
I've seen an advertisement for there last week, the week before. Now, I don't know if it's coming up soon, but it is kind of a regular occurrence anyway.
That's amazing,
It's very good,
All right, thanks very much, Ger. Drive-in bingo, I'm going to go to that. This is 98FM's Dublin Talks.
The sound of the city.
98FM's Dublin Talks. Weekdays from 10 a.m.
With